Okay, that's the presentation I'm going to give. It's about eco-efficiency and community engagement in these following countries. Actually, Cuba, Haiti, and Dominican Republic are islands located in the Caribbean, south of the United States, and Central America behind these islands. So we call them big islands because in the Caribbean we have different kind of islands. So these islands located what we call in the area where every year we got a lot of hurricanes and other type of natural hazards like floods and so on. So now I'm going to speak more about the importance of municipal governments to solve, different problems people usually get in that type of countries. So now you can see that's my name, it's Brutus, and what you see here, it's the entity I founded in Toronto. And then I co-founded another entity that located in Chile, South America. So let's go to that one. I'm not going to read all you can see here, but if you are interested in knowing more about my presentation, it will be posted. And in May, I'm going to answer questions on the United Nations Prevention website. So like, an expert section. So you can ask all your questions, and I will be ready to answer whatever question you want to ask. So now what you can see here, it's, all the countries. These countries are weak states. Except Cuba, it's really strong. So when I say weak state, the system and so on, the institutions are not very good. So now, what you can see here, the community in these countries, usually people, many communities are still not empowered and feel underrepresented, vulnerable, marginalized, and unprotected in the following state. So now, I want to explain, so later, if you want, you can read that on your own. So now, these questions, whatever questions you can see here, that's the perfect answer for whatever question. So now, if you are interested in, you can go online and read the answer. That's the key answer of my presentation. That is a pretty nice, beautiful answer. So now, I recommend that you can go and read the answer on your own. So let's go here. Now, we usually speak about public-private partnership, to solve problems related to how to reduce disaster in, third world country, actually. So now, I put what you can see here in blue sky, this small one here in blue sky. I found that on the United Nations Prevention website, and I put it here, innovative public-private partnership are key to post 2015 success. So now, in my standpoint, based on my presentation, what I call, for me, private, it's a government-community partnership made of a social compact to transfer gradually power to municipal governments, comprised of community leaders that have lived in the community and have shared with the people therein for many years. So now, for me, in the following countries, the information countries, or the previous country I mentioned here, what we call the public system, it's only the central government. So now, I propose, you can see that equation over here. What I want to propose is a public system equal central government plus powerful and prosperous municipal government. So not only in urban area, but also in rural and remote areas. So now, there is something you have to understand about the municipal government, how to build them in poor countries. So the composition of municipal government is crucial. How you are going to do that? And now, the second step, what you have to do to reduce central government power and resources until, 45% in this country I'm speaking about. So you need a period of 8 to 12 years to do that. The reason is that, municipal government in this country don't possess wealth, to finance whatever projects they might have. So now, the second point, it's private system. Private system in this type of country, it's only business community only. So now you need something more. That equation here, private, for me, it's business community plus more complex urban communities and rural and remote pure communities. So now, when you're doing that, you are going to create what I call community economic development. So it's sort of a social economy. So secondly, so if you are interested, you can see how to answer the following question here. So let's go here. Now, I explain on the very top this question, what is innovative here and new knowledge? So actually, it's the applicability of eco-efficiency and a mandate of community engagement. So now, there's something you can understand very fast. So that is a question. This about what people ought to be newly knowledgeable regarding to this subject, matter in the environmental contextualization of these concerned countries. So now, what I put on the very top, it's very difficult to say it, it's strengthen resilience. So now people are very excited about that when we say strengthen resilience. So now there's one thing I want you to understand. Strengthen resilience, it's important, or it can be realized if it takes, like a stronger community engagement. So now the community engagement can work if you're going down right here, can work if you take it as a social leverage. A social leverage, for me, it has to be adaptive. So that depends on the society. Let's say the Cuban society, it's totally different than the Haitian society or, the Dominican Republic society. So now, if you, let's say when people go to school, like in high school, when you take in chemistry, for instance, there are some simple equation in chemistry you learn. Let's say if you figure that out, I put here an adaptive social leverage. It's like a solvent. A solvent, when you get a solvent, you place it with a solute, it's gonna give you a solution. So now the solution you guys, all people here are looking for, it's environmental protection and disaster risk reduction. So now to come to that point, you need what? You need community engagement that is equal to an adaptive social leverage plus an eco-efficient community business. So now what I mean by eco-efficient community business, it's not the same like eco-efficiency for the business community. Big corporations and businesses usually apply eco-efficiency. It's not the one I'm speaking about. It's something you can apply in the state, United States or Canada. So you need a type of eco-efficiency you are going to build among people, let's say in the communities. So to build their own businesses, social enterprises, let's say social enterprises or something like community business, or in some rural area, you can say family farming, for instance. So where you get people to get their own cooperative and how to build that and how to do that. So now one most important point for me, right here, it's the collaborative efforts and social solution. So now, whatever I said before, you need collaborative efforts to come to that. So now, I have this question here in green. That's a pretty nice question. Do collaborative efforts constitute the most important challenges to overcome when community engagement is crucial and mandatory to reduce environmental problems which have been transformed the causal agent of many current societal problems? So now, I put on top here, that's look like a very simple mathematical equation. So you just put community collaborative efforts, what people have to do, minus the central government. So the central government, this is what I put here, the alien dictation. Central government always giving people dictation, what you have to do, this and that, and they never set foot to the country, and they never do exactly you know, anything, and they only send their delegates, and the delegates don't know what's going on there. And then, so if you take the central government off, you know, you get the social solution per sound environment. So how to do that actually? You have to do something that is very important. So you reduce what I said before, the central government power. Okay, let's go to that point. So some countries have problems, especially in the Caribbean, how to build municipal government. It's not easy. There are some compacts or covenants you have to build first, some commitments between the central government to release power to, you know, at regional level so that they can start building, you know, municipal government. So now, to do that, you need a brand new electoral council, because sometimes the electoral council is only national, so the headquarters only the capital city. So now you have to decentralize that, and you every province and every municipality, they get their own electoral council. So, and then you start building like what we call grassroots community leaders among the people that have been living in the community for years, and they know the people, they know the problems. It doesn't matter if they are educated people or not. So what is matter is the fact or the factual information, what they have been living there, their own necessities and needs. So whatever you can see here, this is all the step to construct or build electoral council, not only in the islands I mentioned, whatever third world countries. If you follow that, you can come up with, you know, perfect solution, how to decentralize government, you know, to come up with solution for how to reduce disaster and so on. So now, what you can see here actually are the first questions about, you know, how to solve problem in Haiti. Actually, that question here, how to reveal the secret so as to build for the first time some sound institution in Haiti. So you need 14 years to do that. So whatever you can see here, I call them agreements or covenants between the people, the community and the central government. So now the answer is on the very top right here. And now whatever you can see down here, it's how to get the solution. So I live in Chile. In that country, municipal government are well, constructed because they decentralize municipal government. Let's say education, health, environment, it's, in charge by municipal government doing that. So let's say if you are a teacher, the municipal government pay you, not the Ministry of Education. So now, when you're doing that kind of thing, so let's say if there's a disaster or whatever in a municipality, the people will be in charge of, how to resolve the problem because they get power. Not only you have to transfer the power, transfer funds, money. You have to transfer money, not all the money or taxation, whatever money you get from tax, you have to transfer the money to at municipal level. They can solve a lot of problems, societal problems, like to reduce a lot of problems. Thank you very much.